The edible education experience exists to provide experiences in the garden and in the kitchen that reconnect children and adults with the source of their food.
Really, there's a lot in a name, right? And so education is what we're all about, and bringing students through that seed to table education is so important. A typical day in my life here is I'm gonna start off with a cup of coffee on the porch in the garden, talking to our garden educator and really discussing some lesson plans or curriculum that we're designing. I may meet with some community organizations designing programs, and then I switch over into my culinary educator role, and I have to change what I'm wearing, and I turn into a culinary educator where I get to design classes where we're making food in a fun and skill building way.
Our organization has been on a long journey of a million little baby steps. Started out in a school working with kids around food, and now we're growing into this beautiful building and able to serve the community and serving students of all ages. As far as our impact on the environment, I like to think of like this little campus that we have. We obviously are responsible for what happens here, but I also feel like we have an impact on what happens in people's individual lives. This is our front yard, and a lot of people don't think of the possibility of having a front yard with food in it in a way that is good for the environment. So even though I think we're really responsible and thoughtful about the way that we grow food here, I think it's also having an impact on people who come to visit us and see how we do it.
Menus really do have an environmental impact, especially when you're designing it for classes on a regular basis. So I'm always thinking about how much of the ingredients can I get locally or right outside our door from the garden? Where are these things coming from? How is our waste going out the door and our compost, and just all those little environmental impacts that make a difference when you're adding up over time. So sometimes a vegetarian menu can be a little bit frightening, but I think that the most challenging part of my job is also the most rewarding, because I love to get folks in here and seeing them enjoying the menus and bringing that home and realizing that they too can do this.
Honestly, one of the most challenging things about my job is trying to inspire confidence in students that you can try something new, even if you don't like it. The idea of trying something new and healthy and interesting in and of itself, especially around food, is important. What I hope people take away from this is to be curious and really think about, what do I like? What do I not like? Try and understand your own taste, your own preferences. Pull the carrot out of the ground and see how it tastes for you, not for anybody else. Find out what it is that you think, because critical thinking, that's got to come from you.
I think the biggest piece of advice is to follow your passions. Like myself and many other food folks or chefs, my journey was very unique in getting here, and you hear that a lot. So follow your passions, follow what you believe in, trust that voice inside, and it's going to lead you to where you want to be.